The beast is back, folks. That's right, the round the world GSXR with over 100,000 miles on the clock is getting a new lease of life, and I'm going to hit the road on her once again. She's a 2011 Suzuki GSXR 1000, and in 2012 I set off to ride over 74,000 miles through 54 countries in a trip that lasted until the middle of 2014. Yes, I've been round the world. The conditions, the roads, or lack of them at times, everything that bike took me safely through earned her the honour of being called the Beast, the original and the only Beast. Since 2016 she just sat in my garage, slowly rotting away, and it was breaking my heart. I couldn't let that happen to her. So I contacted my mate Ollie, who's the mechanic that used to work on her before I headed off on my trip, and he agreed to come and have a look and help me get her back on the road. I'm saying help me, he's doing all the work. I'm filming and making the brew.
Down in the dirt.
Right then, Ollie, here's the beast.
Yeah.
What are we thinking?
Pull a skip up and throw it in.
Is it as bad as you thought?
No, I don't think so, no. I think it's doable. You know, I've seen worse, I've seen better. But
you've seen worse.
Yeah. But no,
right.
It'd be good. We'll get it up and running and see where we go from there, really.
Cool. What do you think, what's going to be the plan of action with it then?
I think we do it in several stages. We'll do the whole, let's get it running first, because there's no point in doing everything else if it doesn't run. Mm-hmm. So let's get it running, fuel, spark plugs, fuel pump, etc., battery, get it running, and then work our way out from that and say, right, suspension, brakes, tyres, etc., etc.
Cool.
And then get you out on the road.
Lovely job, looking forward to it. That'll do. So we're trying to take this side fairing off here just to get access to the battery. But that screw's not, it looks like is it a wood screw?
I think it is. Nice little add-on. There we go.
Just needed a bit of gentle persuasion.
Bear in mind everything's 6 or 7 years old. The
Yeah.
fuel, etc. Be interesting to know if the fuel pump is still working.
So we're literally, what we're going to try and do here is just use the booster pack on the battery
To see if we can get it to have ignition, really,
and then see if there's any life really in the bike.
at all.
Ta-ta! Now, like I said to you before, folks, the last time this bike was running and I rode it was the book launch back in 2015, I think. Might even be in 16. And it's just sat since. Criminal,
Wow.
I know, but I genuinely didn't know what to do with this bike.
Moment of truth. It's totally stone flat. Let's override it. Let's see what happens.
Moment of truth.
Well, we have ignition.
Oh my god.
We have no fuel pump.
Yeah, you can't hear the fuel pump kicking in.
No. But it's because it thinks it's in gear, or the kill switch not switching, which is why it says check on the dash.
Ah, right. So even though it's got the neutral on it.
Yeah. So it's one of those, you know, if you leave it in gear with the side stand down, it comes up with checking, as in check the simple things.
Yeah.
And where you've had the kill switch in the off position all this time, you probably find the kill switch contact is dirty, and that's why it's not. So it thinks the kill switch is in the wrong position, or it's in gear with the side stand down, but obviously we got the neutral light, so it's not that one. Hello, you. And it's probably the kill switch where it's been in the wrong position, it's got dirty and corroded, and it's now not.
Gotcha.
You know, reconnecting the circuit.
So I think what Ollie's saying there is it's my fault.
No,
It's going to be right.
Not 100%.
It's going to be right. Let's be fair.
Sometimes if you flick it back and forth for enough times, it cleans itself up. There you go. Fuel pump now working.
It's almost like you know what you're doing. I was going to make some smutty remark about flicking it back and forth. Oh, what's the mileage? Does it show mileage?
Yes.
That's not miles.
No, it's kilometres. So
yeah.
you
I
need
can't remember how
to.
you changed that. It's
Oh,
only the buttons.
now you're testing me.
I think it was 103,000 miles.
There you go, 100,000.
I've sold everyone short. I've been saying it had
Yeah, it's got less than
103,000.
you thought.
Yeah. There you go. 100,864.
So let's just prime it up again. Right, so we've got fuel pump. It's in neutral. It's got old fuel in it.
Very
So
old
what
fuel.
happens? Do you want to do the honours?
No, go on. I'll
You
let
sure?
you do this. Yeah.
No way. Wow. Wow.
Suzuki.
Wow.
That
My
is
work is
amazing.
done. I'll see you later.
Yeah.
I'm off.
I'm a bit choked up.
Wow.
Mate, that is amazing.
That's
Oh,
mental.
come on. Let's do it. Sounds mental. Oh. She's back.
Just so you know, I did check the oil level before.
It's a good point. We
So
haven't done
got,
oil
we have got
already.
oil in it.
But that's crazy.
Well,
6 and a
can't
bit
believe
years.
it. And it's just fired straight up.
Yeah.
On old fuel, dead battery. Testament to Suzuki's.
I'm genuinely a bit choked.
Everything work?
But even the brake lights work. Yep.
What about you?
Indicator works.
Pretty good.
This is going to be the easiest build ever. Awesome. Do the indicators work at the front?
Are they? That one works.
Yeah,
That
hazards
one
work.
works. Yeah.
Wow.
Engine doesn't sound too bad. Once
Hazards
you
are
either
still
got
on,
into the cam chain, it's quiet as.
That is mental. Love it. The beast. The original beast. Never mind your KTM bollocks. This is the beast.
Always.
Oh.
Nothing to tune up, it's not gonna, you know.
Couple of digestives, a few cups of tea, we'll have this going.
Yeah.
Cadwell, here we come.
Quiet as rain. I reckon you could probably ride it.
Beautiful. Mate, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's a little bit of a surprise, wasn't it?
Yeah, wasn't expecting to do that today. Just thought we were going to talk through the plan of action, and within 2 minutes it was running. So
like, we stopped cameras there, folks, just for a little minute, and we were chatting about a few things, and then obviously I suddenly thought maybe we should get this on camera.
Yeah.
So, plan of action now then, in that the engine's obviously, it's working,
yeah,
it's running.
Sounds good.
So in my mind, it's things like obviously the fluids need changing.
Yeah.
You have to check all the connections, hoses,
service items, all fluids, brake fluids, coolant, oils, filters, air filter, spark plugs, just to get it as good as we can. New battery, obviously, because we're running on a booster pack at the moment.
Let me just hang on, folks. I'm just going to get another camera so you don't get bored. I know what we're like. We get bored. Yeah. So
yeah, you know, all the serviceable items go through the chain, the brakes, the tyres. We'll have the forks out. We'll replenish the oil, seals if necessary. Although there's not a leak on this bike anywhere.
Yeah, I know,
from
that's
the
crazy,
engine,
isn't
the
it?
forks, anything. So you know, we'll check brake hoses for you know, condition and things like that.
Yeah.
There's a bit of play in the rear suspension bushes, so we'll put a new suspension kit in there just to make that nice, and overhaul or replace the rear shock, whichever way you want to go with that.
Cool.
And yeah, run through your chain and stuff so that we can get it out on the road so you can have a ride. But certainly didn't expect it to fire up after these amount of years without touching a thing. I mean, we genuinely didn't even put fuel in it.
We haven't.
It's still the old fuel.
That is 6-year-old fuel.
Yeah,
that,
it's
folks.
the original battery, and it's just literally running off the booster pack. Once the kill switch had cleaned itself up and fired the fuel pump up, it literally turned over and started up within the first couple of cranks.
I love this bike.
Which was crazy.
I love it.
Is, you know, testament to Suzuki. Really, it shows the build quality and the robustness of them. You know,
this is all I want. It's all I've ever wanted from this trip is for this bike to get the recognition it deserves, because it's phenomenal machine, and it breaks my heart they're not doing the GSXR anymore. I mean, it's such an iconic thing. It's my first ever bike was the GSXRs. Ollie and Martin at the old Premiers, they were the ones that looked after me back in the day when I passed my test. That was it. The 600, then through to the thousands. Right, awesome.
Yeah, great
so
bike.
Let's get going.
Go into phase one of service and you know, get it stripped down and back to a riding condition.
Beautiful.
It's in a running condition. Let's get it in a riding condition.
Lovely job. Let's do it.
Yeah. So I think the only thing we need to really do is buy this midsection, which is the bit that's snapped. But other than that, we could probably save all of this and keep its patina, and most of the midsection's covered up by the seat anyway.
I've had to replace that before that bit. It's about £8,000 for that one bit of plastic.
It's quite a weak panel actually. It was quite a weak, because of the rear light, it was quite overhanging and they're quite vibratey, so it did have a tendency to break there.
Quite vibratey, is that a technical term?
Yeah, technical jargon. Yeah, that's savable. We can piece this back together, and it's got most of its lugs and stuff, so we can piece that back into the new panel, which will push into this bit here via that bit. So yeah,
happy days.
It's got the bolt, but it's not attached. The head's snapped.
The rear subframe,
the rear subframe. It looks like there's a bolt in there, but it's not actually attached. There's a gap at the back, and it's not attached. So we'll re-thread helicoil and
that's an aftermarket solid aluminium by these guys, Run Riot. I don't even know if they still exist. It's like a stunt one. What is there anything else that you want to have a look at today?
No, I think we're pretty much there for now. Okay. Until we get a service kit and a battery, and we move to phase 2, shall we call it? But phase 1 was the easiest phase ever, I think.
Pretty astonishing, isn't it? Pretty astonishing.
I didn't expect it. You know, we were putting the booster on to just see if the fuel pump was, you know, priming and not C, so we know whether we need to get a fuel pump and etc. But it worked, so we thought we'd hit the button. And there will be people out there that say, obviously, you should have drained the fuel tank, put fresh fuel in it, put fresh oil in it. But what harm is it doing? You know, if it's flammable, it will fire up. The oil, it's got oil in it. We checked, you know, the essentials before we fired it up. So I don't see it doing any harm. And then we'll flush all them fluids out and we'll get it nice.
I mean, we're gonna the bike is gonna get a complete overhaul. So
the thing is, we've got it started with the oil and the fuel that's in there. You're not riding it and taking it for a ride.
Putting under any stress.
Yeah, when you do that and you clonk it into gear for the first time, it will have fresh oil and brake fluids and etc. etc. So you know, we'll make it roadworthy and safe.
Mate, I am so excited. I am so excited about this.
Yeah.
We're going to go on adventures again, baby. Happy days.
Around the world times 2.
Oh, don't tempt me. So next plan of attack then is going to be get the service pack for this. Give her the service.
Yeah, rear suspension kits, things like that, because you've got to play in the bushes, go through the chain, brakes, tyres, and just smash it out spend a few hours smashing it out top to toe, front to back, and then get you on the road.
I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Right, folks, this is going to be. Well, let me just make sure Ollie's in the shot. Yeah. This is going to be a whole series. Okay, I've no idea how many episodes it's going to be. I've got no idea how long the episodes are going to be. We are
playing it by ear
as we go. It's as organic as we can possibly make this. We just want to get this bike back on the road, and then hopefully I can come join some of you lot on a bit of a ride somewhere.
The toughest thing is going to be keeping your original patina of the fairings, because as soon as we start undoing things to get to the serviceable parts, this fairing's going to fall apart and show its age. So that'll be probably one of the hardest things, is trying to keep it looking like this for you, so it's not So it's still got this look of where it's been, and it tells the story.
Character.
Character, yeah. If only it could talk.
Well, it can, because you can go on YouTube right now and watch the whole Round the World series. Right, folks, join us again. We'll get back on with this and carry on the dream. See you in a bit.
Kind of wanted it not to stop.